Yep.
He should be good.
Yep.
All right, kind.
Hey, so hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, I'm the brother Danyala. We got the brother Mashal here.
Shalom.
You know, GMS, you know, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Yeah, but first we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, our spiritual that taught us this word. And shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters out there that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and His Son. And you know, it's just basic, you know, flowing in the spirit, man. You know, no particular topic, but you know, prophecy is always a topic, man. You know, prophecy is always the Lord is shewing Himself through all these prophecies that are going on, man. You know, we have World War III on the rise. Basically, it's already started, right? You just need them big players in there, and we need them to hit the button. You know, we need them to fire off those missiles over here. So this thing is gonna escalate more and more and more. And the scriptures told us how everything was gonna be done, damn near down to a T. You know, the least of the flock shall draw them out.
Yep.
You know, they got involved with this war with Iran on behalf of Israel, man. You know, and these different things that's going on, the Lord is about to shoot His power, His great power and terribleness, and the things that's coming upon the earth. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, I got you. Just what you said. This is Matthew 24 and verse 6. It says, "And you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." You know?
Right. Wars and rumors of wars, man. But this is just the beginning. We haven't even got to some of the plagues the Lord said He's going to bring back. This is just the beginning. You know.
And the Lord said, "Yeah, I'm about to get that." The Lord said, "This is just the beginning of sorrows." You know. Let me get that real quick. Beginning of sorrows. You know, and that's what, you know, the Lord is telling us, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're supposed to arm ourselves likewise with the same mind, you know what I'm saying, that Yahushua had, because these are just, this is called the condition of the battle, you know what I'm saying, when you go through the scriptures, you know, Matthew 24, and we jump down to verse 8, it says, all these are the beginning of sorrows, you know what I'm saying? So these are the prerequisite of what's to happen before the kingdom of heaven is going to come. You know what I'm saying? The trying times are that's going to happen. The wars, people are going to be fighting. It's not only is it going to be wars worldwide, but it's going to be civil wars. You know, the scripture talk about sedition among men.
Domestic wars.
Yep.
Man.
You know, and Esau even prophesied that on the left hand side. You know what I'm saying? With the you know, different type of like leave the world behind. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody was in you know, so much state of influx that nobody could trust each other. You know what I'm saying? Nobody knew what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So this is the confusion that Esau is gonna bring upon the world before, you know what I'm saying, these wars start to happen, you know?
Right. Because ultimately these elites, and not just the elites of Esau, Edom, which they're at the top of these heathen, but you got these other heathen. It may look like that they're warring against each other, but really they're all in league with each other. Right? That's why that Georgia Guidestone was written in Chinese and Russian and Latin, all
Greek,
these different languages. Because really, they're all in bed together. Right? But they're like they say, all wars are bankers' wars. Right? So they're pulling strings from behind the scenes, because ultimately they want to destroy. We got about 8 billion people on the earth.
Yep.
They want to destroy 7.5 billion people. What's a better way to do that by starting nuclear war?
Yep.
I'm not surprised that a lot of these elites, they're already in the bunker. That's according to prophecy. They're gonna be taken from those bunkers, man. Right through the elect men that's gonna receive that spiritual power, man. You know.
Yep. It tells you about that they will hide in the rocks for the from the fear of the Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They say to the mountains,
You fall upon us. Yeah. Because not only is Yahweh Shai gonna be pissed off, but the Lord is gonna give us that power. You know what I'm saying? Also, you know what I'm saying, in that time. So not only is the angels and Yahweh Shai gonna be knocking at your door, man, but the ones who you like it says in Wisdom of Solomon had sometimes in derision.
Right.
You know, is these the ones that like I'm gonna get Wisdom of Solomon real quick.
Wisdom of Solomon 5.
Yep.
Because hey, ultimately too, like he mentioned, not only are the angels, really, if we be of that number, we're angels, but in the flesh. All right, in these terrestrial bodies, and the Lord's gonna give these terrestrial bodies an upgrade. Still gonna be terrestrial, but upgraded.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. And that's where they're gonna be like it says in Revelation 11. You know what I'm saying? That they're gonna be our enemies are they're gonna be in great fear. You know what I'm saying? Because of the power that the Lord's gonna bestow upon us. This is Wisdom of Solomon 5. In verse 1 it says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him and made no accounts of his labors." It says, "And when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of the salvation, so far all that they look for." You know what I'm saying? That strangeness is what? The position that the Lord had us in, being at the bottom. And then when they see the favor that we're gonna be able to be bestowed upon, they can be scratching their head like, man, wasn't he just in the ghettos?
Right.
Wasn't he just, applying for Section 8 and food stamps?
Right,
you know what I'm saying? And now these are the men that's walking like ain't nothing happening, and everybody else is bugging out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got people who probably be like, man, I thought he was a bum.
Yep.
They really be thinking you a bum. How we coming out week in and week out doing this if we're bums? We ain't got we homeless. We ain't got nowhere to stay, right? We got cars. We got this. We got that. How are we bums? They try to call us the Bummerlights, man.
Yep.
And then even amongst other Israelite camps, right, that are not of the elect, those individuals that are not going to be saved, they're going to be looking like, dang, that was right the whole time.
Yep.
Yep.
Verse 3 it says, "And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he who we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach." You see, those are the wise sayings, the smart aleck comments, you know what I'm saying, that people have when they don't understand the severity of this doctrine, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that because the Lord didn't open up their eyes. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to receive a reward, man. Even though to the world it looks like it says in Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter, what says in their sight of the unwise they seem to die, but their end is at peace. Right. You know what I'm saying? See, the people that are looking upon us are unwise because they don't have Yahweh Shai dwelling in them, man.
Right.
It says, verse 4, it says, "We fools account his life madness and his end to be without honor." And that was the point of bringing this out, was that's what the people think. You know what I'm saying? That our lives are madness, it's worthless. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, at the end of the day, when these missiles start hitting, and the plague start hitting this earth, like the Lord said that he was going to begin to visit the world which he made, they're going to say, hey, man, damn, man, they was right.
It was right.
They was right. You know what I'm saying? And then it's going to be weeping and gnashing of teeth,
Oh, you can keep reading that, man. That's good right up in there, man. That's some good stuff, man. Because people going to realize that the life that they were living, that outside of this truth, not taking heed unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, really talking about the Israelites. Hold on, man. There's always motherfuckers on the damn comment board with the bullshit. But as I was saying, they're gonna realize that their life was vain. Really, your life was madness. Because guess what? Everything you done worked for, the cars, the cribs, the women, whatever you have, right? Riches, it's all gonna be burnt up.
Yep.
And you right along with it.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, and that's why Yahweh Shai said it's, in Matthew 19, if I can grab that real quick, Matthew 19, and what's that, 27? Let me get Matthew 19 and 29, it says, and everyone that hath forsaken houses or brethren or sister or father or mother or wife or children or lands for my name's sake shall receive an hundredfold and shall inherit everlasting life. Okay, because ultimately the Lord told us that flesh and blood should not inherit the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we're willing to sacrifice whatever we need to, okay, in order to get that crown, you know? Because like the scriptures say, man, this whole place is about to be full of a desert full of doleful creatures, man.
Yep.
So everything that we put our we think is important is gonna get burnt to a crisp anyway, man. You know, even our bodies, man. We're gonna have to leave these bodies behind, man. Do you know?
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
I keep it putting for myself. They don't know what street you are.
God, yeah. But that's what it is, man. And see, that's why the Lord said to cast all our cares upon Him. You know what I'm saying? That's why we can't fret about what evildoers do, like what's it say in Psalm 73.
Right.
You know,
fret not yourself because of evildoers.
Yep, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because we see the times that we're coming into. You know what I'm saying? And the mindset is, hey, we got to be willing to let whatever we need go to go. If our left eye offends us, we got to pluck that joint out. You know, because it's better to go into life maimed. You know what I'm saying? Into the kingdom of heaven maimed than be here whole and eat a missile, man. You know?
Right. Because ultimately, you gonna get all of that back, man.
Yep.
Women, children, houses, and even better, it says 100-fold. You know? And just like you said, flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom, right? We can't go into them chariots with the bodies we have now. That's why we have to be changed. Right? The Lord this is gonna be Israel, a world without end. You know, a forever kingdom. The Lord has to make you a forever people. You can't live in a kingdom forever without being immortal.
Yeah.
You know. So the Lord, and the people are gonna see the elect going up into the chariots and being changed. You know, they're gonna see that change. And they gonna experience it when they come back down.
Kind. Hey, and like you said, they gonna see that change. And who was the day? The scriptures call them our enemies.
Right.
You know, they're the ones that
enemies beheld them.
Yep, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because two-thirds of our people are enemies to the cross. Okay, it tells you in Romans the 11th chapter that they will be enemies for the gospel's sake. All right, but they're beloved of the Father's sake. So ultimately, 2/3 are enemies on this side, but ultimately, you know, they're going to receive that mercy to get the kingdom of heaven because they are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? But they have to receive that punishment first by what? That being part of that world war. Right. You know what I'm saying? The end result of that world war. You know, end
result, right? And it's you know, people try to understand the mind of the Most High. But hey, you should be trying to be on the Most High's good side, man. You want to be on the side of mercy, you know.
Yep.
And hey, that's mercy right there for them to still be in the kingdom. And they gonna be mega filthy rich, man. They gonna live forever. They gonna be perfect, you know. They just have to experience that grand punishment on this side. You know. That's what did the Lord say to because Ezra usually he said, thinkest thou you love Israel?
Yeah, we have more need. Yeah.
It's like, nah.
Yep.
He said, I wasn't trying to say that. Right? The Most High will yet choose Israel.
Yep.
Even though he's about to cut off 2/3 here in America and they gonna die. They coming back. You know? So,
I got a quick one real quick because you have made a point. This is Isaiah 55 verse 8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushua." You know what I'm saying? And when you had made mention of Ezra, when you go to Ezra second Ezra the 4th chapter, you know the angel told Ezra, you know what I'm saying, that thy mind have gone too far in this world to comprehend the ways of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So people in the world aren't gonna be able to understand and comprehend what's actually going on and what's needed. You know what I'm saying, for salvation. You know what I'm saying? They have their own minds, their own ideas about what it's going to take, but the scriptures let us know what it's going to take to avoid that second death. You know, that flood of fire, right? Like it says in Revelation. You know.
That's gonna be, man. That's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, kind. And then I had another one too, because we had been mentioned of being restored. This is Job 42 and verse 10. It says, and Yahweh Bashim Yashai turned the captivity of Job when he prayed for his friends. Also, the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. And when you go to through the story of Job, the story of Job represents the elect.
That's
okay.
The spirit. We were talking about that last night at the live stream. I did the first video didn't upload, but I did 2 videos talking about Job.
Damn, God, it's the spirit.
Which is Ayawab in the Hebrew, which means afflicted or really persecuted. You know, because Satan was persecuting Job.
Yep.
He was testing him out. You know,
through the blessing of the Lord Yahweh, man.
Through the blessing of the Lord.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta pay attention to the wording.
Yeah.
Satan said to the Most High, "Put forth thy hand and touch all his substance, and he'll curse you to your face." Then he said, "Behold, all that he's had is in thine hand."
Yep.
So hold on, which hand was he putting forth? The left one. Satan.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
The chief of evil spirits, man. And he was bringing evil upon Job.
Yep.
That's why Job said, "Shall we receive good and not receive evil?"
Yep. And see, and ultimately, that was Job's temptation. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna have that same type of temptation. You know what I'm saying? But when you read, I'm gonna grab a quick precept, this is Revelation 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth." And that's what the Lord did for Job, and that's what the Lord is going to do for us in our temptation. You know what I'm saying? So, and then after we overcome this temptation, then what's going to happen? The Lord's going to restore us. You know what I'm saying? 100-fold, man. You know, and that's why Yahweh Shah continued on in the 11th verse. It says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown." You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, we have this doctrine. We have the riches. We may not have the riches according to the worldly sense. You know what I'm saying? But the scriptures call this understanding the riches. Right. You know what I'm saying? And we want to have that. There we go.
Riches, man.
Yep. And we want to have that. That money for when Yahweh Shai expects that talent back. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to give him one talent. We want to be able to flip that, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're rich in the spirit, man. And that's why we're able to.
What does the scripture say? Rich in faith.
Yep, there it is. Yep, rich in faith. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now we have that understanding. So now,
so like, could you get a precept real quick?
Kind.
The abundance of a man is not in his possessions.
Okay, kind.
You know, because it's all about a mindset, man. Like Apostle Tahar said, he's like, I'm rich, but in my mind, right? It's a mindset, right? You carry, when you come into this truth, you start to carry yourself and try to model yourself after your righteous forefather, especially Yahweh Shai, right? As a prince of the power, man. As an Israelite, that's what Yashar Allah Israel means, a prince of the power. That's royalty. That's a mindset before, and then it manifests, all right, into actual riches.
Time.
Like the scriptures say, wisdom bringeth unto a kingdom.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. I got that. Yep. This is Luke 12 and verse 15. It says, "And he said unto them, Take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consisteth not in the abundance of the things which he possesseth."
Ooh, so your life don't consist in what you possess. That's not where your value lies, right? Life is not all about possessions and material things. You know, they try to talk about a high value man, right? In this world, a high value man is a man that got a bunch of riches and this and that, and I own this business, right? But really, the elect are the true high value.
Yep.
Right? You know that you got elect members that are at the bottom, so to speak. You got some that make real decent money, but for the most part, we're not fucking millionaires. We're not celebrities. So.
Yeah, I got a quick one. This is Proverbs 11 and verse 4. It says, "Riches profiteth not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death." You know what I'm saying? So we know it's not the silver or gold or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you think is gonna save you, because ultimately the scriptures let you know what's gonna save you. Your faith. Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Sorry to bother y'all. My name is Brandon Jones. This is my partner Terry.
Oh, we don't. It's all right. We don't want those.
No, we're not selling anything.
All right.
How you doing,
I'm
sir?
all right.
How you doing, sir? So, I'm an energy consultant with the state of Ohio, and the reason why I'm here is Enbridge sent you guys out a notice about 30 to 60 days ago about you guys' supply portion of your bill being outdated. Do y'all remember seeing this?
Well, we in the middle of something. Can y'all come back or something like that?
Yes, we can. So we got to do some more neighbors down the street. When would you like us to come back?
Well, what's
So to get
My bad,
straight
bro.
to it. So basically, the supply portion of you guys' bill is outdated, and when that happens, the supply charge continues to raise up on you on a month-to-month basis, and that's what we're here to prevent. So, do you know if you guys still paying your bill through paper bill or online, sir?
well? We good. We don't need any different whatever.
No, you're not changing nothing. You're still staying with Enbridge and you're staying with the Illuminate company. But so the best way to explain it is they only own the gas lines and the electric lines, but they don't own the energy that goes through it, and that's the part that's actually expired. So that part needs to be updated. So it'll be this part of your Enbridge bill, and then this part of your Ohio Edison bill.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We don't need no personal information or no social or none of that. We just need to see the copy of the gas and the electric bill to update it.
All right. Well, she could. Yeah, she can, because we in the middle of something right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, she can send whatever to the Ohio Edison, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so y'all didn't respond, and that's why they sent me out. I would just come back. I see y'all got.
Yeah.
I apologize.
No, it's
for
all
that.
good. It's all good. It's
But,
all good.
yeah, so I'll just go to the other neighbors, and I'll just come swing back around and see if we can get you guys.
All right. Cool. All right, bro.
Appreciate it.
No. Yeah, it's like it, bro.
Yeah, no, that's all good. But you were saying.
Yeah. So we was in Proverbs 11 and verse 4. It's like it. It says Proverbs 11 and verse 4. Riches profiteth not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from death. You know what I'm saying? That's ultimately what the understanding comes with this doctrine. You know what I'm saying? That we don't need the worldly ways of what people is going to assume is going to save them. You know what I'm saying? Because why? Because the scripture says that, we're going to be saved by our faith and by our works. But like it says in 2 Corinthians 9th chapter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's all I have for real. You know what I mean?
Hey, I think that's we hit the point.
Yeah,
man.
kind.
Whatever the point was.
Yeah. It's a different type. Yeah.
You know?
Till Satan gave it.
Yeah, man.
Kind. Yeah, but Lord willing, this was edifying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lord will you brothers and sisters will edify with that, man. We're gonna give all praises on and glory to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakodash.
The one to the elders and the apostle, great millstone, shalom to the one for elect, shalom.
Shalom.